Last time on Roll for Distraction.
With the auction for the Eye of Vecna approaching in a few days, the party decided to take some time to prepare for a worst-case scenario. Zidras proposed using Salish's magic capture spheres to collect a few monsters to create a distraction, and Crassus suggested the Underdark as a good place to find a variety of creatures. Salish teleported them to a recently abandoned drow settlement. Crassus transformed into a drow matron to fool the town's jade spider into getting into the ball. Umak stumbled upon an angry gorgon. Cyrilla captured one of the howlers, Clark captured the golem, and Umak captured the chimera. With their work done, they teleported back to Salish's base to rest and prepare further.
Let's do an actual intro real quick.
That's it. That's the intro.
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
It's episode 21.
Guys,
21?
the show can drink.
Yeah, we can drink now.
And gamble.
Surprisingly, none of us are drunk.
Yet.
I have lavender and chamomile tea because I think I'm coming down with the cold that this season has brought upon
everyone
all.
is.
I'm just going to apologize in advance for all the throat clearing I'm doing because I'm also a tad sick.
My voice is also a little funky.
I feel great.
Actually. Well, for you.
Fuck you, John.
Well, good. You have to talk the most.
Yeah,
You're
I
the
know,
DM,
which works out. The one time I was sick is the only time we recorded one episode in 2 parts. So
we caught Pokemon in the last episode.
Yeah.
No, we caught
creature monsters.
We caught very specific monsters from the Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual.
We created
they
a
are
better
in our pockets.
Monsters.
That has nothing to do with it.
We created a better game than Game Freak. Moving on.
Watch our Pokemon Violet playthrough.
where we left off, you had just teleported back Salish's fortress.
Yes. What is happening here?
You're in the room with the teleportation circle.
Good. Great. Are we alone?
It doesn't smell like smoke this time, so that's a plus.
That's true. The last time we returned from a mission to come here, everyone was dead.
No, just a lot of people were injured, and some were dead.
Dobby never meant to kill, just maim or seriously injure.
'Tis just a flesh wound. Do we convene with Salish, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, you could try and find Salish. That's a thing you can do.
Hello. We're back early.
¿Dónde está?
Salish Navidad.
As you are walking through the long hallway to that teleportation room / workshop, she's coming the other way. Ah, you round a corner. Oh, you're back. Good, you're back. Update.
That's a lot. This just in.
One late addition to who's attending the auction. Another old associate of mine. And she sort of rubs her temples. Raven Black.
Oh, fuck.
Isn't that her son?
Some
Context, this is Gerard's character from the same game, from the Tomb of Annihilation. Also a wizard, right?
Also a wizard.
A wizard.
Wizard and succubus.
Oh,
That sucks.
that's fun.
And successful businesswoman in Port Nyanzaru.
We love a businesswoman.
One of the merchant princes of Port Nazaru. I need all of you to go to Port Nazaru and get a file that Glory has been kind enough to be keeping on Raven. You don't know who Glory is. Glory is another member of that group who dealt with the death curse.
Another character from the same game.
Who was Glory again? Was that Vecna?
That was my wife's character.
Glory
In that game.
So yes, it was Vigna's character.
Glory.
The other Vecna.
Glory's brother worked for the Order of the Gauntlet for a while. He doesn't anymore, I think.
Glory's brother in that game was me, Alex, who they're both tieflings. She was a fighter. He, Justice, was a paladin who worked loosely with the Order after.
I've had Glory just keeping tabs on anything she can get about Raven because she is a competitor, rival, friendly, possibly. Depends on the day.
Depends on her mood.
Fellow wizard and seeker of powerful artifacts, but she's more in the spirit of using and learning than protecting and storing.
Glory wasn't a wizard.
No, Raven.
Crassus, you need to pay attention.
Raven was a wizard. That's who we're talking about. Glory
Yeah.
has been keeping tabs on
Glory was a
Raven
fighter.
for
Glory was an
Celise.
Eldritch Knight, so kind of a wizard.
Glory and Raven are both merchant princes of Port Nazaru. There was a whole mess that happened while we were there. It was bad. It's
Yeah, a lot of people.
It's actually the first time that Joram had united the different forces of the Gauntlet and brought them to bear. I'm just gonna send you to Glory now. I don't have time for you to rest. You're gonna go to Port Nazaru now.
No time to
Oh.
explain.
Yeah. All right. Everybody feeling okay?
Can we take a short break so we can get some of our health points
You
back?
have 1
please?
hour.
No.
You have 1 hour.
No! We go now!
Short rest indeed. I'll take it.
Did I even take
Yeah.
any damage when we did our little power?
Oh, I did.
creature
Several of
monster?
you
I
almost
didn't.
died.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't take any damage, but I'm down some spell slots, so I will do an arcane recovery. I'm basically full now.
Did you guys hear that?
What?
What?
The entire packet of fireball dice just fell off my lap.
Didn't hear it,
No.
no.
Nice.
But it'll be on the
Alex will
recording,
hear
so
it
that's
in
cool.
post, but
No, leave it in.
Do you think if you threw all your dice, like, put all your dice in one bag and threw it off the Empire State Building, it could kill a man?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. If I
Anything
have
could kill a
one
man.
die that would kill a man, any of the metal one probably, but I have the 1 pound D20.
That's just a metal ingot. That's not like that.
That'll do it.
I
That's
mean,
excessive.
You didn't have to drop it off the Empire State Building. If I dropped that off the roof of my apartment, it would kill you.
how's everybody
All
doing?
Anyway, an hour has
All
passed.
set.
Yes.
All right.
What,
Good, great.
1 hour later.
Yeah.
Celise seems actually somehow
Annoyed.
more like a mix of annoyed and concerned. You know, like this is just getting to be too much. There's so much.
It is a potential recipe for disaster, yes.
A shitstorm, if you will.
Okay.
An arcane shitstorm. What level spell is that?
I cast Shitstorm at 9th level.
Oh no, here it comes!
You all take 40d6 poison damage.
Oh no.
40d6 poop damage.
What is this, meteor? Okay. Link up.
Take my hand.
Hold hands.
Let's all
Hold hands.
hold hands.
Grab my
What is
hand.
this, a
Here
Grab my hand.
on the subway.
Please keep in contact with me as this
Kumbaya.
goes. And she snaps her
Kumbaya,
fingers,
my lord.
Kumbaya.
and you are in a brightly lit courtyard. The temperature is hot. It is a toasty and wet 92 degrees.
Yeah,
It is
so quick context
toasty in
for
this
everybody,
nosty.
audience included. The place we're in now, Port Nunzaru, is the capital city of a place called Chult. Off
Capital
the coast
city is a strong
of-
word. It's the city in
Yeah.
a place called Chult.
In a place called Chult, which is a very dense tropical jungle sort of place in terms of climate. It was the sort of main hub setting for Tomb of Annihilation, hence why characters from that campaign are still here. And yeah, it's hot as balls. so we're back on the material plane now, where cosmically we're closer to Candlekeep than we were a minute ago, but we are several hundreds of miles away.
are balls even that hot? I don't understand that saying.
Balls are actually colder than the human body.
Depends which balls. If you mean testicles, yes. If you mean the sun, very hot.
Goodness
The sun is quite
gracious,
hot.
great
Yeah, but
balls
it's
of
usually
fire.
talked about in the plural, so the sun is just one.
There are many stars, Brian.
But
I
not in
apologize
our
for this
solar
course of speech,
Not in our solar
Alex.
system.
Because the look, you're like,
This is the moment where I'm like, I am the only woman here.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
We're doing Tomb of Annihilation Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
a few guards and attendants come out. Who are you?
Hello.
Who are you?
Praise the sun, sirs.
We are in the employ of Glory Zirso.
Oh, good. We were just sent to speak with her.
By whom?
Oh, mama.
I will use message to speak with him subtly and quietly, so that we're not overheard. I will say by her old friend Celise.
Follow me.
Thank you.
They, along with several guards, usher you into... You also see the guards are wearing, like a kind of very light, like silks as their clothing, and not super heavy armor because it's just so hot here.
It's pretty fucking hot, yeah.
You are taken out of the courtyard and brought through a large double door into a waiting area. Please await here. And they leave, and the guards leave and close the doors, and you're in there. There is a water fountain.
Is there a window
Can I get a drink?
for Umok?
Yes, there is like a decorative, it looks to be a decorative fountain, but there are like cups around it, and it appears to be very clean water.
Is there a window for my boy Umok?
Don't jump through the window.
There aren't actually windows here, no. There are skylights, but there are no windows.
He's gonna try and jump out the skylight. He's gonna.
I cast jump. he just fucking Supermans up.
Is it a sunny day out today?
It is. You can see the sun brightly through one of the skylights, not a cloud.
Excellent. Guess where Clark is gonna stand?
Directly.
Clark always
In the
stands
sunbeam.
directly under the skylight from a window like a cat. who follows the light around.
Fun fact, Clark is actually a tabaxi, and that's why he likes the sun, because he is a cat.
You know.
The door opposite of the room from where you came in opens, and you see a tiefling in gleaming silver armor with gold reliefs walk through. So wonderful for all of you to get here, finally.
Hi.
A fellow tiefling, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
It's nice. Business is good.
It's really hot here.
I am Glory Zerso, the merchant prince of the fighting pits and military training of Chult and its warriors. An old friend of Salisa's.
Lovely to
Please
meet you.
follow me to my office. And if you are all free to, would you mind staying for a meal?
Yes, please.
I will
Yes,
pass out food.
won't say no to that.
Wonderful. Our official business shouldn't take very long, and I was having a larger meal prepared anyway, so...
As we're walking behind her, Crassus will chime in. By chance, do you have fried cheese?
Not a lot of cheese down here. It's not really a popular dish.
Dang.
Shame.
A lot of dinosaur-based foods.
Yeah, fun fact, Chult has dinosaurs, like in great numbers.
Cool.
They are the beasts of burden, because you know what cows don't like? When it's 95 degrees all the time.
Welcome to Jurassic Park. Sorry, go on.
Anywho, we walk through a hallway, I suppose.
You're led through several other hallways and past a ballroom, a flight of stairs in said ballroom, down a longer hallway to an office. A large office with many a head of beast mounted on the walls, and lots of busts of famous warriors from Chult, carved in various types of stone, and even a few cast of metal, bronze, and iron. Here, please take a seat at my planning table. And you sit down at the table, and it is, on top of the table, in a lower set area, is a carved map of Chult.
I was gonna say, is it like the cool light up one from House of the Dragon?
Without
Oh, that's
without
pretty. That's a sick table.
Well, no, this one's made of wood, so it's similar in shape, but it is not on fire.
It can't
Like
light up.
many a table of Westeros from Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't it light up? This is bullshit. My immersion is ruined.
Literally unplayable.
You ruined your own immersion. I never said it like
Damn it.
What is this, No Man's Sky's initial
He's
release?
All right.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry I brought this up.
Glory takes a leather-bound book out of a drawer, throws it to Zid, who she assumes is the brains of this operation, just based on the size of his forehead.
Wow.
Senses are acute.
Um,
I'm just bald. I don't have a bigger
You're
forehead.
bald, so the entire thing is forehead.
Sure, man.
Wait a
That's
minute.
how that works, I guess.
In that book is every single note that I've kept on Glory not Glory, I'm Glory,
I've been keeping it on myself.
on Raven for the
Shit,
past...
my
wrong
diary.
book.
Ooh, yeah, don't look at that book. Every note and information bit that I've been able to gather, or have gathered on Raven for the past 20 years.
Very good.
Celise should be fairly up to date on it, but there's been a few interesting updates as of late.
I flipped to the last handful of pages, which I assume would contain the more recent stuff. Does anything jump out at me?
She has been making contact with other people like her, just other adventurers from all over the place. You don't really have any details on any of them, but she has been in contact with adventurers from across the realm.
Putting a team together for something, perhaps?
Perhaps a heist?
Counter heist. She's gonna rob Cashew. There's no information on these other people at all?
Scant bits. One of them might be a Triton. Another is some older man.
Now, I've been keeping these notes just because she's dangerous, or...
She shouldn't be a danger. We've worked together in the past to deal with problems as they've come up. We're both sitting members of Chult. We're both sitting members of Chult. We're both sitting members
I bit my tongue.
of Chult's Merchant Council, and anytime there's been an issue, she's had no problem stepping up to help deal with it and protect this city. Because I do believe she considers this her home now more than wherever she's from.
So all things considered, it sounds like certainly her getting the Eye of Vecna would not be a good thing, but she's not the person who we
I don't
need
think
to
her
most
getting
worry
it
about.
would inherently be much worse than Celise at this point,
Right.
based on everything that happened with Celise getting it.
You think you give all the precautions you can, and yet...
Some damn turtle ruins it.
Did you know Pistachio as well?
Fuck, I hate that fucking man. I'm glad to hear...
This fucking
So
guy.
we've heard.
I'm glad to hear he's dead. I'm saddened to learn it took old age.
Had you ever met his son?
No, I hadn't seen him since we dealt with the Death Curse. The rest of us kept in contact after everything happened, but he didn't, and we were fine with that.
I thought he was very charitable. What happened?
Yes.
Glory stifles a laugh.
Ryan.
That's one way to put it.
Have you heard from your brother at all lately?
Not for a few years.
He's dead.
I'd know if he were dead. He's alive, but I haven't heard from him in 4-ish years. I haven't heard from Joram in a little over 10. None of us have.
Yeah. He's more who concerns me.
Justice broke away from them a while ago. He wasn't prevented from
yeah,
leaving,
that's what Celise
but
said as well.
a good chunk of his original organization stuck with the Gauntlet.
Dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner. It's probably
Please.
close to done by now. We can head to the dining hall.
Cheese for everyone.
And you are ushered into a large dining hall, a table that seats 32. A third of it is set up for food. And you notice, very large roasts of meat on the table.
Ooh.
Dino meat.
It's like the stereotypical meat on the bone.
Kind of, yeah. Well, here's
But,
the thing. When the
huge.
ribs are actually that big, it's not an exaggeration.
Yeah, it's like a rack of ribs that is the whole table.
It's like the Flintstones where they get the giant rack of
Yeah.
ribs in their
It
car
is,
full.
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
absolutely that.
Do I have to make a constitution check to chew through
No,
this?
it's well cooked. It's fine.
Okay.
Meat's meat when you cook it the right way. About 15 minutes into it, and as a second course is being brought out, one of the servants with 2 guards walk up to Glory and whispers in her ear, "Really? Tonight? Really?
Uh-oh.
Fine, let her in."
Oh, who here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, who are we letting in?
Uh-oh.
And she gets up from the table and starts walking to the other end of the room. "Raven! It's so good to see you!"
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
As you
Oh,
see
shit.
a woman who is about 6 feet tall, horns.
Was she that tall?
She was bit. Well, she's wearing 7-inch heels. Whatever.
What was this brand of
Wearing
Tarth?
giant fucking heels.
Always comes back to
I think
Game
she
of
was
Thrones.
fairly
Horns
tall
coming.
anyway, yeah.
Horns on her head that point up towards the sky. Wings and a tail. They embrace each other, and the wings go around too. It's how long has it been since we've actually sat down for a meal together? I do actually have guests tonight. I wasn't expecting you. Oh, well,
Is this just going to be John talking to himself?
For a moment. Gerard, what does Raven sound like? Did she smoke 2 packs a day, or is she like normal?
No. I guess normal.
Yeah, so
2
I just
packs a
figured
day.
I'd stop in with a new associate of mine,
Oh God.
introduce you.
Oh, who else?
And they are an absolutely shredded man with a staff.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Humphrey McCumphrey, nice to meet you.
Oh! It's me!
Well, he's got a better voice now because he's young again. He doesn't-
No, he's just always
Oh,
has
he
that
just
voice.
always sounds like this. Thank you. I get to use my old man voice.
He always
Okay.
sounds
quick
like Master
context
Roshi.
again. I went over this in a
There's too
recap
much
video,
lore
but I'll do
here.
it again. There's a lot happening.
This is the lore episode, everyone.
Again, I said this the last time we had a big lore episode. There is a recap video. It's on the channel now. But quick recap. Humphrey McCumphrey is Gerard's character from our Curse of Strahd campaign, which is the beginning of this timeline that we're on. Humphrey is a human shadow monk who, without spoiling all of Curse of Strahd, there's a place where you can go where your alignment can get changed by accident.
Oh, shit.
And he became evil, and ended up staying behind at the end of the game and became a temporary villain at one point. And we haven't seen him in a really long time. I thought he was dead. So yeah, this means nothing to our
This
characters.
means
We know who
nothing
Raven is by
to
reputation
anyone.
at this
No
point.
one alive knows who he is. No one. Very few people know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, like Aurora, like and Joram would know who he is. Like the Curse of Strahd party would know who he is, but that would be it.
Mordenkainen. Yeah, I would say also Mordenkainen.
would know. But yeah, and nobody here other than Raven knows who he is. Anyway, we're gonna continue to pretend that we don't know who he is. Carry on.
Humphrey McCumphrey. Me and Raven are new business associates, we could say. Well, please, I have extra places set at the table for you. Oh, who are all of you? What an interesting bunch. Yeah, quite a cool looking gang here.
Hi.
Thank you. We are recent new acquaintances of Glory. We're adventurers.
She's always hiring new adventurers for stuff. Is she? Raven? I don't know. I've never met them before. Oh, the stories I could tell. I won't. Maybe a little.
I can't remember.
Perhaps not tonight, Humphrey. Is that dinosaur meat? I've never had dinosaur before.
It tastes pretty good.
Yes.
Tastes like
Give it
chicken.
a try.
And he takes one of the whole ribs. We're talking about a rib that's maybe 3 feet long. Still got a good amount of meat on it. And just starts on one end. And just starts going. Like, that's his night. He's just going to be doing that. Raven, why the unannounced visit? Oh, and okay, we're going to sum this up as a dinner, old friends reminiscing, but also trying to pull information out of each other. I will talk to each of you as a character when that comes up. Now, Raven, looking to Zid, you look like you've got a little bit of darkness on you. Where are you from?
shit.
You have a good eye. I hail from the Shadowfell.
Ooh. Don't see many people from the Shadowfell come around. Interesting.
Indeed.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit.
And, cleric. Solar cleric.
Yes, that's me, madam. Praise the sun.
Oh, praise the sun. Yes, very good. You seem familiar. But I can't quite place it. Have we met anywhere?
Oh, shit.
Can't say that I have. I feel like I would remember someone with your, complexion?
Presence.
And she smiles. Well, that's one way to put it. Hello, beautiful. And she looks to Cirilla.
Hello. Oh.
Right.
Oh, you're gorgeous too, dear. But we're talking to the ladies are talking now.
Let the bard be horny for once, Brian.
If you're ever looking to perform, I do have a venue nearby.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry, I just put a cookie in my mouth.
What? Oh.
You guys are at a dinner table, so that's not that crazy.
Yep.
Really?
Really?
I'm gonna go play my violin.
Method acting.
Do we know what Raven's establishment actually is? I.e., a brothel.
Make a history check.
16.
Yeah, you know that the place she runs is primarily a brothel, but it is just sort of a general entertainment venue as well. It's not exclusively.
Right, it's not the only thing they do.
It's called Fiendish Delights.
Is it really?
Is now.
I didn't just make that up.
Yes, I do have. It is concerts are performed most nights by various people. Usually I have them brought in, or locals, or what have you. I'll absolutely have time for you to come perform anytime. And she looks you in the eyes. Please make an insight check to see what she's actually saying here.
She's batting her lashes.
I'm fucking up so hard right now. 4. Cyrilla ain't getting
You are
shit.
really excited about the chance of performing at a larger venue. It's great.
Wow, this lady's really nice.
Yeah. And you,
Mommy? Sorry, Mommy?
my half-orc,
Mommy, shit.
my half-orc friend. You, yes. Interesting.
Have you heard of a movie called Magic Mike?
Not, what's that TikTok
Magic
audio
Umok.
that's
Arcane
What?
Umok. Arcane Umok.
Arcane Umok.
what's that TikTok
He's a
audio
big
that's
buff
going
man.
around? It's like the there's not a goddamn thought behind those eyes.
And Raven, after the rest of the night and everyone making pleasant conversation, I may give all of you a call in time. I might have a job. Or just, come hang out, enjoy the venue. And she hands you a business card, specifically to you, Cyrilla.
Hey,
Does she conjure it with a flick of
Oh,
the wrist?
absolutely.
I
And a
got
little
her
puff of smoke?
number.
There are 2 there, and you see one of them on the back, you says, for party. And the other is a different color. It's like the shiny version, and it says, for Cyrilla. It's like, ooh.
Ayo.
Well, Glory, this has turned out to be a very lovely evening. Humphrey has finished eating that rib. It's been 2 hours. And he has just... the 6-pack is now smooth and slightly bulbous.
It's now a
He's
1-pack.
Oh,
It's a single
It's a
pack.
keg.
that
It's a
was
keg.
fucking amazing. And he lets out a
Nice.
large
Yeah.
gurgling burp. Raven and Humphrey get up. Well, Glory, I'm sure we'll come back and have another dinner at some point. It's like, yes, absolutely. And they go in for a hug again. Humphrey is just sort of using his pole to steady himself because, it's a lot. He ate a lot of rib. And they sort of saunter on out. Glory then sits back down and just holds out a glass. And one of the servants comes over, pours, filling it up with some sort of alcohol. She drinks it, puts the glass down, takes the bottle. I don't need the glass.
She's like, see what I have to fucking deal with?
I have lived.
Well,
I
that
have
was
lived in the same neighborhood as that woman for 19 years. She's a dear friend. I love her, but she's gonna kill me one day. Not literally, not like
She's
in a
hard to
fight.
read,
Not in a
that
fight.
one.
Probably not. Maybe? I don't know.
just from stress. Yes.
I have a teleportation circle that can get you back to Celise. Let's get you back to her. She's probably wondering where you are.
Okay.
Yes.
You were just supposed to come pick up a thing, and we ended up having a nice... It's been 6 hours. And you go back the way you came, towards her office, to a adjacent door. There is a spell circle on the floor. Give me 10 minutes. I have to prep it. I don't usually have it ready. She opens a drawer, starts pulling out the chalks and incense she needs, and is just
I was gonna say. In the meantime,
writing on the floor.
Crassus, why don't you let Celeste know? Update her. We're on our way back.
Got it. No code this time, just on our way back.
Breaker, this is Rubber Ducky coming in.
Good, we'll talk when you get here.
We're returning from Cinderella's palace, over.
It's officially midnight. We're heading home.
Rubber Ducky is on the move.
And after the 10 minutes pass, she's like, all right, it's been a little rusty, been a minute since I did that, but should work fine. Well, it's been lovely meeting all of you. I'm sure that I'll be able to get you from Celise for another dinner at some point. Or perhaps I send you into the jungle to hunt an artifact. Who knows? Bye! And the circle flashes, and in a white light, you are back in the teleportation chamber by Celise. She is actually in the room this time. Good, you're here. Do you have the book?
Yeah, here you go. Last couple pages where things start to get more interesting.
Celise casts some sort of spell on it, and the pages and text glow, revealing a second layer.
Ooh.
Wow.
Secrets.
It's a code.
Are no fun.
Are
Keep secrets
so
out of their
fun.
pages.
And
That's
she
actually
is
very
just
fun. It's
flipping
very fun.
through pages. Interesting. Troubling, worrying, neat, okay. Interesting. And then she looks up at Clark, back at the page. Okay. All right.
Celise, was there something you wanted to tell me?
And a staff materializes in her hand. Are you working for Raven?
No.
What?
Clark,
I just met her today.
She has a page on you. There's
What
a
is the
page on you in
shenanigans?
this book.
we've been with Clark basically constantly for a couple months now.
There's also one on Morkior.
Uh-oh.
Okay, him we haven't been keeping as close an eye on, but
I'm not suspicious of you. I'm suspicious of if you're being used for something. And the staff
You know what?
disappears.
Don't be suspicious.
I have made a career out of being suspicious.
more suspicious is the fact that Raven joined us for dinner tonight.
What?
Yes. Gloria invited us to dinner,
Okay, that's normal. She likes to do that. She loves a nice dinner party.
and Raven turned up uninvited.
Okay, not entirely out of character, but a bit odd.
As she was, I don't know, she's hard to read, but I get the sense that she has some inkling of what's going on.
She also had an
something
old
that-
man
Yeah,
something
of
with
course
is
she has
going on.
something of what's going on. She's
yes.
going to be at the auction. But that she showed up the
Right.
night you were sent to get a dossier on her and her go-abouts is...
Right. She didn't come off hostile.
No, she wouldn't. She's
Really?
not... her and I are not actively
She came off
antagonistic. Well, yes.
She came.
Okay.
What? She's a succubus. What do you want?
I was gonna say what I was gonna say next was that I would walk over to the table that Celise is at with the book, flip to the page on Humphrey, and be like, and he was with her.
That's impossible.
What did he look like?
You'd be.
Did he look like this? And there's a picture of the...
Did he look
There's
like
a
that?
picture of
Yes.
the younger one there, and it's like, yeah, that looks about right. It's like...
Monk of sorts.
Humphrey...
Guy.
Humphrey's supposed to be dead.
So am I, like 17 times or something.
Look,
So
he's a human man.
A human man.
He was
like a human.
in his late 80s 30 years ago.
It was 51 years ago. Was Curse of
So
Strahd.
that would
And yeah, I think he was like 75 on that
that would put
campaign.
him at
So
126.
Wow.
And he certainly doesn't look 126 in this picture.
like yeah, he certainly came off as an odd one.
He's...
She probably wouldn't know the full story.
I don't.
But
He was with my father and Joram. They never really gave me all the details of what happened, but they got pulled to another place and had to fight someone, and it was a whole thing. There was a vampire lord, and it was... They never really... They didn't like telling the story.
Interesting. But how does this connect to me?
Good question. The thread linking Humphrey, Raven, and Clark Domanicus shouldn't exist. At any rate, we have 3 days until the auction, because there's been a little
Yes.
bit of traveling and time passing, and things have been done. I recommend you rest up.
yes, we were fighting monsters only like 4 hours ago. So.
About 8 now, but yeah.
Good night.
And
Why did you sound like Humphrey just now?
Oh no!
Humphrey! Is Humphrey your father, Clark? Huh? Maybe great-grandfather? Who knows?
Talk.
Cyrilla, as you dream,
Oh no.
A visitor. Ah, well, I think we could finally sit and talk now, and you see a sort of ghostly form of raven in your dream.
Oh, Jesus, hi.
Yes, I gave you the special card so that we could talk.
Oh,
Yes.
about?
Planning a trip back here for you. The rest of them can come
Oh,
if they
yes.
like, but you're mainly who I'm interested in inviting. Yes, what instruments do you play?
I play the fiddle mostly, but
Ooh.
I love to learn other things. I'm very good at the triangle.
Adorable. Next week, are you free to perhaps do a performance?
Sure. Can
Wonderful.
Can I bring my friends and my cat?
Yes, of course. Oh, you have a cat!
Yes.
And she sort of walks up very close to you.
Hi.
So other than performing, any other interests you have?
Currently,
Fireballs?
Yeah, fireballs.
Same. Ah. And she puts a hand to her chest, sort of like, girl.
Kindred spirit.
Yes. Make another insight check.
17.
You are being flirted with a lot.
Are you trying to seduce me?
All right, just say I only play the fiddle and the triangle, but I'm very good with my hands.
Here's the thing. That's if she wants to reciprocate. This is flirting. She's not made any advances yet.
It's not mandatory.
I'm just giving you a line.
I feel like this is going to be bad news bears, and I am going to be used in a not so good way. So we are going to gently let her down.
Oh, honey,
picking
that's
up what
okay.
you're putting down.
That's fine. But I am still excited to have you perform at the venue. So next
Thank
week,
you.
give
Yes.
or take. I have some business I'm going to be leaving home for in a few days. So,
Gee, I wonder what that could be.
Oh, where are you going?
Out of town.
make a persuasion check.
17 again.
Between you, me, and your adorable little cat friend, I have an auction that I'm going to try and acquire a artifact for my collection.
Is it just gonna go in a museum, or what are you gonna do with it?
Nothing I have is in a museum forever. I'm prone to experimenting on things that I have, but within reason.
Oh.
If it's too dangerous, I'm not going to toy with it. This has been a very lovely meeting. I do think you and my daughter would get on very well. So,
I always like making new friends.
well, so does she. If you ever need to talk again, you can use that card before you go to sleep, and I will be able to speak to you.
Wonderful.
And she sort of walks away into the fog of your dream. I will say it's morning. You wake up,
I immediately go find the boys.
and you all level up.
Yay!
Hey.
Not every level up needs to come purely from combat.
Woohoo!
No, I mean, it's been several sessions.
So you're all level 10 and 11.
I had a really weird dream last night. So you remember when we got those cards yesterday?
Yeah.
The one for me, she can talk to me when I'm asleep now.
Cool.
Hmm.
What was the conversation about?
She did confirm that she is going to the auction and she is very much trying to get the eye. And she
Okay.
wants to
Did
experiment
she
on it.
say to what end? Okay, that's not great.
No.
It's not the worst.
She didn't
Doesn't sound like
explicitly
she wants
tell
to
you
use it.
she was going to get the eye. She said she was going to an auction in a couple days for a powerful magic card.
Right, but like we know.
I know.
Yeah. But God forbid she gets it. I have a performance there next week, so we have a reason to be there.
Yeah, great. And in for a heist. Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Well,
You're invited too, so it's not going to be sketch if I bring all of you.
that's good. We should loop Celise in on that.
Yep.
Let's go find her. Loop her in.
Ta-da.
You are in the dining hall,
Celise.
and Celise is sitting at the head of her very large dining table.
So many
with
big old
a
diners.
very, very nice large glass and craft container of a thick red fluid.
She is a vampire.
Yeah, that not a secret to
We,
anyone's
we don't talk about it a lot, but she is. Anyway, I suppose we just fill her in on that real quickly. We don't need to talk it out again.
She keeps drinking the glass and finishes it and puts it down. Why can't things just be easy? Why?
Never, ever, ever.
2 days. 2 days until we're gonna finish anything, and we'll start the thing next time heading to the auction. So we're gonna
Sure. Just to decide what we do with our little remaining
with your
downtime.
2 days downtime.
Yes, but we'll try to find some ways to be useful in occupying ourselves for these last couple of days.
Please, you have full access to my facilities. Train as you will. If you have any items to make, you can work here on them. You won't get anything done, but you can start there. Clark Domanigus, what would you like to do for 2 days?
Fuck. 2 days. What is Celise willing to give up for 2,500 gold, as far as a magic item goes?
You'd have to go talk to her quartermaster about that. She's like, I have a lot on my mind.
I go to the armory, man.
There is a dwarf standing about 5'6", very, very tall for a dwarf.
Attack of the tall dwarf.
Can I help you? And he's got a cigar, like half a cigar in his mouth that he's chewing on. It's not lit.
Hello, good sir. Praise the sun.
Yeah, whatever. Praise the sun. Do you need something?
I was coming here to inquire about possibly getting some sort of magical item from Celise's armory.
What does this look like? A Walmart? You don't know. You don't know what a Walmart is. You don't know what a Walmart is.
What's a Walmart?
It's some kind of store. I've seen one or two of them floating out in the astral sea.
Some of the most disgusting creatures I've ever seen in my life.
Seen come out of a
Walmart.
Place of scum and villainy.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, my spending limit is 2,500, so that's where I'm looking at.
What is a Macy's wedding registry? I don't.
What's a Macy's?
What's a Macy's?
Cut that part out. That's 2,500. I mean, Cloak of Protection's uncommon.
My cloak.
It's true. You lost your Cloak of Billowing. Get a Cloak of Protection.
Fuck it. I need potions. Give me your strongest potion.
What kind of potion? What do you want?
I don't
Healing?
fucking know, bro.
Jump?
Yeah, healing's epic.
If you want, you could buy more expensive ones. That's always an option.
The better healing potions.
Greater healing. They're uncommon potions. They're 4d4 plus 4.
We're a bit low on all of our potions right now, seeing as how, I don't know, a week ago, we had quite an issue here.
I remember.
They're gonna run you about 200 apiece.
Oh. Fuck it, give me 3.
Alright. Alright, well that killed 20 minutes. You have 2 days. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Praise the sun.
Okay.
Look for any suns in the
Go
astral
to the
plane.
courtyard, looking for stars. Good job. Crassus?
Colin spends the next 5.5 minutes buying +1 magic items for Crassus and Zenith. It is very boring.
Umak, you're up.
Is there any masonry work to be done?
There is still repair work that is being done. So if you would like to spend your 2 days helping on repairs, they're going to pay you 91 gold. You make 91 gold doing repairs. Zid, what are you doing for 2 days?
Well, quickly, I'd also like to buy health potions.
Cool, we can just hand wave that. Currency, what would you like?
How much for 3 more regular health potions?
5 again. Oh, regular? Regular?
Regular. I have less health. I don't need the big
That's
ones.
fair. Regulars are 30 each.
And the main thing I was going to do to kill time is I would like to read the dossiers on everyone going to the auction.
All of the heads or all of the other little
the major
people that
players.
you also have?
Not all the
Okay,
little
so-
ones, all the main bidders.
So Archon, Joram, Mordenkainen, Tasha, Raven, Celise
yeah.
are
And I think it would be good to just
the 6 that you know
sort of do
are
that.
going. There might be other people
Yeah.
attending, but not necessarily actually in the running to buy. So
Right.
you
I want to know what to know about them and who's the biggest threat if they happen to get it.
okay? Give me 3 history checks. Investigation. We'll say investigation because you're trying to. What are you better with, investigation or history, or are they the same?
They're equal.
Okay, then either.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, weirdly consistent, but 19, 19, and 18.
Tasha and Mordenkainen, you don't know much more than anyone else knows. You know, they're powerful wizards. They fuck around pretty much everywhere whenever they feel like.
They have spells named after
Yes.
them. I suppose I could infer based on the spells named after them that Tasha's somewhat chaotic, but and Mordenkainen a bit less so. but
Archon
still.
is the head priest of Tiamat, literally working in hell. He's closest. He has the shortest commute to this. You know he's from another plane and teleported here. after he took the hand.
Right, and we know without me checking that he already has the hand,
Yes.
so it'd be extra bad if he got it.
Yeah.
Correct. Raven, you have that whole dossier. Old friend of Celeste, they did good work together for years. Still on good terms with pretty much everybody, but it is just, another person bidding, another entity at the auction.
Somewhat sus, not the
a
end
little
of the
weird,
world. Like,
not
she gets
crazy
hold
if
of
she
it,
gets a
but-
hold of it. Joram, there is no
unclear.
information on him for the past decade or so. Very few people have seen or even heard of him operating anywhere. He is still officially, as of the last time anyone checked, the Lord Commander of the Order of the Gauntlet. But no one has seen or heard from him in a decade. What you've heard, this is someone whose goal is protect the material plane, specifically Faerun and the Sword Coast, at all costs. Road to hell, good intentions, paved.
Blood and sacrifice, yada yada. Actually, Clark Domanicus is curious. He wants to read the book about the dossier that Raven had on
you
him.
can go over the dossier on him. Please make a history check. Or investigation.
Ah, fuck. That is an 11.
The information is accurate. All of her information on you is accurate. Too accurate. Things that you have not told other people are in this book.
Oh.
That's concerning. I am concerned.
Good. Cirilla,
Yes.
when you woke up this morning, you felt okay, a little different. Upon doing your normal exercises and stuff you would do, you feel a little quicker, a little more power than
What
normal.
did she
you
do
have
to me?
one. You are level 11, and that 11th level is in Warlock.
Uh-oh.
What?
Your patron is Raven.
That's
You
funny.
have a magic sugar mommy.
We will deal
Hell
with that
yeah.
before next time, but now two of the party
Yeah,
are
well,
level
I
11.
will say, I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
You're level 11 overall now. You're a level 10 bard because that's what we just
Yes.
got. But then you're also one level in warlock. You're multi-classed. It's a whole thing. We'll help you figure it out later.
Thank
figure
you.
it out.
But
after.
so I have a sugar mommy?
Yep.
Yes.
Ayo.
And just faintly in the back of your mind, you hear, I'm doing this to help you.
I'm watching you.
Not all the time.
Presumably, if you fall out of favor with her, you could lose that level.
Okay.
You'd still be the same level as the rest of the party, but it wouldn't be the end of the
So
world.
you
but
are a Pact of the
Damn.
Fiend Warlock.
Cool.
one level.
And we'll do all the stuff for leveling that. You have 2 days to mess around with your new powers or figure everything out that you want.
Somebody is finally doing the Bard Infernal Warlock multiclass to be the character from Devil Went Down to Georgia. You're Johnny.
Oh,
John
my
was
name's
at the
Johnny.
point.
It might be a sin.
What?
You play
That
the
was
violin.
not my goal, but no, she doesn't play the violin, she plays the fiddle specifically.
I mean, yeah.
That just kind of worked out like that.
And you're a Bard Infernal Warlock. Yes, you have the devil fiddle and your tiefling. It sort of just helps,
On
but
your fiddle hard. Devil's is in Georgia and the devil is a card. And you
hold
get the
on.
shiny fiddle made of gold. If you lose, the devil gets your soul. Reading the book concerned Clark so much, he would like to acquire the components to do commune.
Okay. Celeste is like, yeah, of course.
Too easy.
I can help with that. No problem. I'd be concerned too. I am actually. Sure.
So I shall commune.
Consume!
Commune my.
You've
Cons-
never cast this before, have you?
No.
This is a 5th level spell.
I'm gonna ritual cast it so I don't waste a spell slot.
Okay. Weird flex.
As you contact your deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must ask your questions before the spell ends. You receive a correct answer for each question.
Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge. In a case where a one-word answer could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest, the GM might offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Okay. So, please ask your first question as you sit down in a quiet area of bright light to cast the spell.
Does Raven have ill intent at the auction?
No.
Before the meeting with Raven, has she ever spied on me?
Yes.
Ooh.
Are we ready for this auction?
As ready as you could be.
Ah, fuck.
And with that, your vision comes back. You are sitting in the courtyard under the light of a bright star,
Contemplating.
Cooking.
tanning.
No,
Tanning
he
in the
can't
armor.
tan if he never takes his armor off.
You've literally seen him wearing just the helmet and no shirt.
I also wanted to read through the dossiers as well to know
Okay.
what we're up against.
You and Zid can do your research. Can you also make investigation checks for me?
3 of them?
Actually, make 2 investigation and 1 history.
18 on my first investigation, 15 on my second, 14 on a history check.
The village you're from is the same village Joram was from. You know the story of how his wife and daughter were killed,
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that. Citrus
and
would not
how
have known that.
he brought them back 20 years later. Your
That was it.
grandfather
Oh shit, no.
was one of the people who recorded that story for the village, and that's the only reason you know. It is not spoken aloud much anymore, but he is why you know that.
Yeah, because he told me everything.
Other than Jorm's name, I suppose. Otherwise, you would have known this earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just realize, like, oh, this is that guy.
Yeah.
You see some of the threads and are like, oh.
So Zidrus will say to Sorella upon this coming to light,
What do we do with this?
That's certainly something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it might not be anything. I mean,
You now have his full name, Joram
Yeah.
Apries. Not a lot of people know that.
sure.
And you know his daughter is Asha. Joram was born an Asimar into that village, and part of that tradition of that village was the Asimar would be the guardians, the sheriffs, the protectors of the village. A percentage of children were born every generation to meet that role, and the year he did, it was like, oh great, he'll be another protector. His grandfather was before him, so he was a faithful guardian of that village for years and years, training his entire childhood for it, foregoing a normal childhood for that training. About 7 years into his life as guardian of the village, a cult group set up outside of town, and occasionally people would go missing. So he rallied everyone, they went to the outskirts, and they put the cult to the sword, killed every last one of them, or so they thought. They killed those that were there. Another group snuck into the town and killed his wife and daughter and a few other prominent members of the town. He, having failed to even protect his own family, left in disgrace, swearing never to return. He wandered for years, taking jobs wherever he could, until he met a group of people as mercenaries, traveling together for a little while before they ended up lost in a forest. And when Joram,
And
when
there's a
they,
curse, there was a guy named Strahd.
no one really knows the details of that, but they disappeared, and they came back much, much stronger. Joram returned to the village, and after 20
It's like they leveled up or something.
and after 20 years, revived his dead wife. In the middle of the night, he dug up her grave and he raised her from the dead. And then once his wife was back, he raised their daughter, and he continued living as if nothing was wrong. He founded a temple, and he tried to just be a holy man and protector of the village. He was a little more heavy-handed, and then the death curse happened. Anyone who was going to be risen from the dead, or who had been risen from the dead, slowly started to rot and die again. He managed to protect his wife and daughter's souls, but so many other
So,
people...
quick reference again, that's the Tomb of Annihilation campaign that John is describing now,
Yeah.
which takes place 1 year, funny enough, before Sorella was born.
So many people died from that, and so many souls were destroyed, that it kind of changed his perspective, that no longer was reacting enough. Evil needed to be dealt with as preemptively as possible. So he took the Order of the Gauntlet, which was supposed to be dealing with the death curse, but was in shambles, and under the sway of aristocrats and people who shouldn't have been handling it, and he marshaled them into an army and a navy and he made them an organization that would exist permanently, not just under crisis. And for 10 years, he headed them up himself, until again, one night, one of his attendants said he disappeared, and the following morning when he came back, he was different. Something was broken. More so. Another year, and no one had seen him, but he still acted as the commander. Orders still came down. Everything happened. By this point, he was no longer operating out of your little village. There was just the temple and a little token garrison that you're used to seeing. Priests and people sort of keeping your village safe and protected. There was never really any crime where you lived. It was a safe place. Your grandfather saw this whole story unfold. And eventually people stopped talking about it. Stopped feeling safe talking about it. As the gauntlet...
He who must not be named.
As the gauntlet became bigger and more powerful and more effective in dealing with things, anytime there were even whispers of something, a military force would show up and crush it as soon as possible.
Shut that shit down.
Everyone felt safe, and a lot of people didn't want to stop it because their lives were better. There was less time spent dealing with dragons and...
Sorry, I'm allergic to tyranny.
Less time spent dealing with dragons and bandits meant more time building stable communities and having safety for their children. So everyone kind of looked the other way. Until it was a force much larger than anyone realized. Because they were so spread out, it was hard for everyone in these formerly very rural, disconnected communities to comprehend. One person was at the head of armies in the tens of thousands. It's just unheard of for this place. You didn't know that that was the same person as the guardian of your village. And now that you put that together, you see why your grandfather was so adamant in his recording and hiding of some of that information.
And now we know.
Yes, we will have much to discuss next time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Because this recording has been going for too long.
Yeah, this one and last week were both long ones, and we need to...
Yeah, as always, right, if you've enjoyed the show, like, comment, subscribe, 5 stars, follow, etc., depending on what app you're on. Check out our Let's Plays and stuff we just started. By the time this comes out, we will have just started a Pokemon Violet playthrough. It's very goofy. You'll enjoy it. And
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Yeah,
this episode is
Happy
in
New
the New
Year,
Year now,
everybody.
so I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays.
Yes.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks, like always.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.